Hi Scorpio, this is your February monthly tarot reading. I do 5 separate spreads in my monthly readings. We'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. I'll do an X spread. We'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And we'll get you an advice for the whole month of February. Please like, subscribe, and share this video to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this month. We have the Five of Swords clarified by the World. We have the Ace of Cups clarified by the King of Wands. We have the Hierophant. In the potential outcome, we have the Six of Wands with the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands. And we also have the Empress on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You could also be dealing with a Taurus or pretty much any zodiac sign. This is a general reading. Not only is it a general reading, it's a very unique reading because we start off with the Five of Swords clarified by the World, and that could be interpreted in a couple of different ways. Perhaps some of you are getting out of one relationship and you could be starting a new relationship with this new person, the King of Wands. That would be the person, right? And those two events could be related or unrelated. Some of you are getting out of a relationship, so you could be with this King of Wands. Others of you, you're going to end the relationship in early February, but then meet a new person and start a relationship with them. For others of you, you could be dealing with two new people, and you'll be cutting one out with the Five of Swords and moving forward with the King of Wands. And another group of you, perhaps you're just dealing with one person, that King of Wands, but you could be getting off on the wrong foot. As a matter of fact, you'll be getting into a fight. Perhaps the two of you are two very strong individuals, and I see this all the time. Not as often as other scenarios, but sometimes when people get introduced to each other, they do get off on the wrong foot and they get into a fight, right? And then and one of the people reaches out to the other person. They apologize and they say, you know what, I recognize just what a strong personality you have, so instead of fighting, why don't we combine forces? Why don't we become like partners in crime, right? And why don't we join forces and move forward together? And perhaps something good can come out of it if we don't fight, but instead vector out our energies towards something else, something good. So one of those scenarios, right? So the good news here is that, like I said, you are definitely moving forward with this King of Wands. The Five of Swords, by the way, is clarified by the World. The World is a card of an ending, or this is a card of a happy end. Then we have the Ace of Cups clarified by that King of Wands. The Ace of Cups is a love offer. The Ace of Cups is always talking about genuine and authentic love offer, and that's the type of offer is coming from this King of Wands. Could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And this person means business, right? They're not only all about lovey-dovey stuff, but they're also all about commitments and marriages. Perhaps if you're dealing with two different people, that's how you know you need to move forward with this person. The Hierophant, the next card over, is the personal Taurus card. You can be dealing with a Taurus, but if we want to stay general, then the Hierophant is all about something traditional, like a committed relationship or marriage. By the way, this is one of the two commitment or marriage cards in this spread. The Empress on the bottom of the deck, Scorpio, that would be you. That's definitely you, right? You're sitting back on your throne, you're very relaxed, you know you're the Empress, you know your worth, you know, and they also know that, that you know your worth. The Empress does not require an introduction. Everybody knows who the Empress is. And that's the way this King of Wands sees you, right? They see you as somebody they want to have children with, they want to start a family with. If having children is still an option for you, obviously, right? But besides that, the Empress is abundance in its purest form. The Empress is one of the most positive cards in the deck, and in my spreads, the Empress usually shows up as a sign from above or a stamp of approval, so to speak, for a connection to move forward. Right, and forward you will move with this person. In the potential outcome, we have the Six of Wands with the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands. The Six of Wands in this case is definitely a proposal. The Six of Wands used to be called the proposal card. Then we got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is one of the best cards when it comes to love. It's a card of unconditional love. It's a card of you know, a soulmate connection. This is a card of two people in love with each other, you know. Simple as that. And the last card that came out is the Four of Wands, the second commitment or marriage card in this spread. Some people call it the 1111 card. To me personally, the Four of Wands always reminds me of a wedding, but ultimately it is one of the commitment and marriage cards. So yeah, there is a rough start to this connection. Like I said, it could play out in so many different ways depending on your situation with that Five of Swords, right? But the good news, like I said, it's going to become a thing of the past, and it's smooth sailing from that point forward. And with two commitment cards being here, the soulmate card, right, the Ace of Cups being here, this is definitely a commitment that you're moving towards with this King of Wands. Really happy for you, Scorpio. Congratulations. Scorpio, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Two of Cups, we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Fool, and we also have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. I can interpret this spread in so many different ways, Scorpio, and they're all good. So don't be afraid, they're all good. Some of you could be getting married. Others of you could be going to another person's or other people's wedding. Some of you could be spontaneously traveling together with your significant other. Others of you could be traveling to a wedding, or something spontaneous could be happening between you and your significant other, right? So the Two of Cups, the first card that came out, this is like the insurance that everything is going to be all right. The Hierophant on the bottom of the deck is the second insurance card, right? The Two of Cups is two people in love with each other, so everything is going to be all right. The Hierophant is a card of a committed relationship or marriage, so it could be you in a relationship or married, or it could be you getting married, or somebody else is getting married and you're gonna go to that wedding. Speaking of you going, the Eight of Wands, the second card from the left, is a card of travel, right? So some of you could be traveling to a wedding, or perhaps you're going on a honeymoon together with your person if you're the one getting married, right? Or you're just going on a very spontaneous vacation with your significant other. And speaking of being spontaneous, the Fool right next to the deck is a card of being spontaneous, right? Just going, you know. Some of you are going on a honeymoon, or you're going on to another couple's wedding. So either way, somebody is either getting married or somebody is just being very spontaneous, traveling, having a great time. Alright? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Scorpio, this month. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Six of Wands, clarified by the High Priestess. We have the Seven of Cups. We have Temperance, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. And we also have Death on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or another Scorpio, or pretty much any zodiac sign. As a matter of fact, well, alright, so we got the Six of Wands, the first card that came out. This is a card of victory, it's a card of success, and back in the day, the Six of Wands used to be called the proposal card. So this person could come back and propose to you. I see it all the time, you know. Some people think that the only way to get someone back is to propose to them. But if it's not a proposal, then they're planning to win you back. I clarified the Six of Wands, asking who is this person, and we got the High Priestess. The High Priestess is either something hidden, right? So we're not supposed to know, it's a surprise, it's a mystery, right? Or the High Priestess is all about intuition, right? It could be your intuition about giving this person a second chance or not, or it could be their intuition, and in that case, this is their intuition telling them they should get back together with you. But most likely, it's going to be a surprise either way. The only zodiacs, well, the only two zodiac signs I actually see here are Scorpio. Death card on the bottom of the deck is a Scorpio card, your card, so that's probably you, unless you're dealing with another Scorpio. And Temperance, right next to the deck, is the personal Sagittarius card. But if we want to stay general, then Temperance is all about healing, burying the hatchet, getting back together. And it's clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, which is a card of a commitment or marriage. So if it's not a Sagittarius, then it's all about them wanting to get back together with you, and this time they are very serious about you with the Ten of Pentacles, right? The Ten of Pentacles is a very long-term type of a deal. This is when people buy real estate together, they grow old together. The Seven of Cups in the middle, that would be your energy. You will be a bit confused, unclear, uncertain about what you need to do. So perhaps This High Priestess is all about your own intuition, Scorpio, when it comes to getting back together with them. And I do believe it's going to be up to you. It's because it's always a good sign to have your own card in your own reading. That card, that would be you, right? So that means you're the one in charge. You're the one calling the shots. So yeah, I hate to do this to you, Scorpio, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's going to be up to you. It's going to be all about your intuition, right? So good luck. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Scorpio. This month we have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Swords, we have Justice, clarified by the Three of Cups, and we also have the Ace of Pentacles. A very specific spread, very specific reading. Scorpio, you are either already waiting for something or you will be waiting for something, some sort of a decision. For some of you, it could be literally a court decision, right? And you're hoping it will go in your favor, and it looks like it will. Right? So the Seven of Pentacles, the first card that came out, this is a card of waiting. And then we have the Nine of Swords. This is you really stressed out, right? It's killing you. This waiting is killing you, right? And then we have Justice, clarified by the Three of Cups, and we also have the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, here comes this decision with the Justice card. I clarified it asking, so how will you feel about this decision, right? And the Three of Cups came out. The Three of Cups is a card of a celebration, Scorpio. So it is going to go in your favor. For some of you, it doesn't have to be a court order. It could be somebody here is deciding whether you should be granted something, or perhaps this is some sort of a government assistance and you're waiting for that. For others of you, if you are applying for new jobs and if you go through several interviews, you'll be kind of stressed out about them choosing you, and the answer is yes, they are going to choose you. The Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right. This is either money, literally money coming your way, or an offer, right? The job offer. All right, so yeah, the only advice I have for you, Scorpio, when it comes to spreads like this, if this spread is about you applying for jobs and going through interviews, don't just take this spread for granted. You know, still do your homework, still prepare for all those interviews, right? And if you do everything right, it is yours. All right? Cool. Here's an advice or a word of wisdom for you, Scorpio, for the whole month of February. We have the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Hangman, we have the Eight of Swords, clarified by the Ace of Swords, and we also have the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This advice is you being, or needing to be, having to be very assertive, very decisive, showing the initiative, showing leadership. Don't let anything just sit around. You know, if you do, it will not be something good for you. You'll have to make up your mind very quickly, right? So speaking of making up your mind, the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right is a card of somebody who made up their mind, somebody who made a decision. The Ace of Swords right next to the deck is also a card of somebody who is very decisive and assertive, somebody who, you know, makes up their mind very quickly. The Ace of Swords is a card of a decision-making in this spread. The Ten of Pentacles, the first card that came out, it could be a card of a family, a relationship, or it could be a card of finances, right? And the Hangman with the Eight of Swords right there in the middle, both cards are talking about the same thing. Both cards are stagnations. Both cards are cards of nothing happening, or you're letting things to sort of stay there without your attention, right? So the advice, like I said, don't let things sit around. Be very assertive, be very decisive, show leadership, and take on the initiatives. This is the advice. All right, and again, it could be related to marriage, family, or money. And that's what I got for you, Scorpio, for this month. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Scorpio, have an amazing February. And there you have it. This was your tarot reading for this time period. I hope it resonated with you and helps you live a better life one way or the other. Thank you for watching, sharing, and subscribing.